Gonna be painting the bottom next. So here's everything together except the piece that goes here that locks in the stabilizers. Everything is prepped and sanded and everything. It's ready for primer, so I'm gonna go ahead and prime everything, and then I'll come back and show you that. I almost forgot to set everything up for the lighting. So anyway, what I did was mark the center here. Started with a smaller drill bit to make sure I was on center, and then went with a larger drill bit, which is the same size as a 3mm LED. I also did the same thing in these 4 spots here. There's some peg holes that were on the bottom of this that made this fit down in there. So I took the pegs off of here, cut the backs off so I had the slits open, and then I have these 4 holes in the back here, which work out great because they hold the LED, so I can glue the LED that way, and then it's pretty much a flush mount on the inside. So let me hook this up real quick here. And then with that piece in, and there's some clear pieces that go on top, which will help spread out that light. So that should work real well. And in here I'll show you the ones for down here. Go like that. So the holes are done. So now I can prime. So I'm going to prime and then I'll be back. Everything is primed. The pieces that are darker colors, I painted the black, and then the pieces that are going to be lighter colors, I painted the gray primer. So now everything's set, everything's dry, ready to go, so I'm going to start spraying some colors on and then I'll come back. Got the base color on all of the parts. The main bottom part here, I used the same Vallejo Model Air dark gray blue, and I will do the same dry brushing technique that I did on the cockpit with that. And then with the white parts here, as I did before, I used the Model Air aged white, and then I went in with the Model Air concrete and did some shading, and then of course went back over it with the Model Air white. And the green parts, I went over those first with the Model Air camouflage dark green, like the cockpit, and then I went over top of that with the Model Air pale green. Mixed up the Model Air gray blue and the Mecha Color dark steel. 7 of the blue and 2 of the steel. So what I do is I get it on the brush, and then wipe most of it off, and then come to the part and just start dry brushing it on, slightly going over everything. As you can see, it starts picking out the details on the parts. Now a lot of this you won't see, but some of it you can see, and so I want to make sure there's some depth there. So by doing this, it will give me some highs and some darks, which will automatically trick your eye into seeing more depth. So load a little bit more on the brush, wipe it off, and do some more. I can't remember exactly what all is going to get covered up, but I'm just going to hit it all anyway, just so just so I know it's all done. And even though you think there might not be any more left on the brush, there usually is, so just keep going back and forth until you get it to where you want it. And as I mentioned in the first video, it mixing the same color with that steel just kind of gives you a cold steel look where some paint's rubbed off. It still makes it look metallic. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit more on this, and then we'll move on to some other parts. A little test fit here. I did notice on my reference that this black piece here on the back, there's some white with some black stripes, so I'll need to take care of that. And there are a few little decals that go on the bottom here, so I will do that off camera, and then I'll seal everything, and then for part 6 then we'll start doing the weathering. So that's going to do it for part 5. I want to thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for subscribing, and I'll see you guys for part 6.